This person is so ready for you with this Nine of Cups, and I'm hearing whatever it takes. So, whatever it takes in order to overcome obstacles, cross distances, whether those are internal or external, or anything that they need to do in order to convince you that they are for real, that they are a safe person for you to open your heart to put your trust fully in the development of this connection, whatever it takes, whether that is stillness, whether that is action and effort. This is somebody that wants to show you that they are more than just a one-trick pony. This is somebody who is adaptable. This is somebody who is willing to do whatever it takes in order to provide you with reassurances that they see you for who you are. Not just the surface level presentation, but they see deeply into the person behind that persona. They see into the person behind the mask. They see into the person beyond whoever society or your family or even inner critic aspects of yourself have sort of pressured you to be, have forced you to be, or due to circumstances you have no choice but to embody certain versions of yourself. This is somebody who recognizes and accepts all of that, but they see deeply beyond the surface. They recognize that you are somebody who carries a lot of these internal qualities and characteristics that, for whatever reason, even if they are things that are different from their usual type and expectation, resonate so profoundly with the sense of what this person feels that they haven't just been looking for in life, but what they actually need in order to feel fulfilled on a deep emotional level. So you got this person swimming in their feelings at this particular point in time. They're looking at you and they are marveling. They are in awe that they have been so fortunate as to cross paths with somebody like you, that there has been this chemistry that has led to something more, and now the future is wide open between the two of you. They are very happy that you have trusted them enough to share certain things about yourself, let certain aspects of yourself be known. This is somebody who also deeply respects your privacy, the mystery about you. They are looking forward to earning access very steadily and in a reassuring for you and for them sort of way, in order for you to open up in a manner that is comfortable for you. This is not somebody that wants to like force their will upon you. They don't want to manipulate you. They don't want to pressure you. They don't want you to feel that you have to perform for love. This is somebody that's like, I will wait patiently, whatever it takes in order for you to let your guard down to me. This is somebody that wants to put in effort. They want to chase you, but at the same point in time, they don't want to like back you into a corner where your defenses go up. So this is somebody it feels like that is thinking at this point in time, what is the right balance of like this push-pull dynamic between the two of you, where they can give enough to let you know that they are really interested, they are serious about you in this connection, but that they can also allow for like an organic process of the two of you kind of easing into whatever happens next between the two of you. This is somebody that is very excited for the future, but they are trying to take things day by day with you, very presently, kind of checking in with themselves, checking in with you, anticipating things that you might not be able to express or are comfortable with expressing to them as far as needs, wants, and desires. This is somebody that is trying to like read between the lines. They're trying to feel into who you are as a person and things that might satisfy you on a deep level, to help you to see that this is someone who is very serious about you, not just for a temporary experience, but your happiness matters to them. We also have the Knight of Cups, so do expect a romantic gesture. It feels like this person has been working on something behind the scenes. If this is a creative or an artistic person, they may have been working on a very personalized gift, something that can be like a material item, or it might be something, that is a little more immaterial. That could be like a song that they're writing for you, a poem that they're writing for you, something that they're dedicating to you, something that they're going to acknowledge you for inspiring. This is something that is like a token of affection that it feels like will resonate very much with like who you are as a person, your interests, or things that even kind of acknowledge and are inspired by aspects of your personality that you've shared or showcased with this person, or things that help you to see through the nature of whatever this thing is that they're getting ready to present you with or gift you with, that they have taken time to like learn you, to recognize who you are. They understand your style. They understand your perspective. They understand the things that matter to you. And they find all of these subtle things to be just as wondrous and beautiful as the surface level package. So this is somebody that is not just wanting to kind of like, fill your head with empty words or promises or, a lot of kind of verbal insistence. This is somebody that it feels like in the immediate future wants to take some sort of action step towards you, that in an unmistakable way you're going to see, wow, this was really thought out, and this had you, the viewer, specifically in mind, and not something that you're going to just have to be like, wow, thanks, that was so thoughtful of you, but that it's very clear that the person sort of bestowing that gift upon you is not really like seeing you as a person. This is something that goes a lot deeper than that. This is something that's going to show you a level of care and attention about this individual that it feels like will help you to kind of relax in their presence, understand that this is somebody that may be, taking a very kind of deliberate process as far as this connection is concerned, but this is somebody who has definitely developed feelings for you, and those feelings are deep enough that they are wanting to like share that with you in a way that might not at this particular stage involve that big conversation of like, okay, what are we, where's this relationship headed, or where they're like ready to propose to you or ask you to move in with them or something like that. But it is a token of affection or a gesture of affection that is very personalized, very well thought out. It is something that is the opposite of cliche, that it feels like is going to help you to understand that you have aligned with someone with deep romantic potential, and you have inspired that within them. You've inspired this generosity of heart within this person. You also have the King of Swords. So the more time that this person spends getting to know you, the more that they become fascinated about kind of like what exists just up ahead, just beyond the next kind of point of revelation, the next thing that you will reveal about yourself, or, that they'll accidentally discover that will help them to kind of see you in an entirely different perspective. This is someone that understands that you are a multifaceted person. You have so many layers to you. Just when they think they have you figured out, you do something that's like very surprising, or even just spending time with you is helping to like open this person's mind and perceptions, even open their energy up, where they are taking things that were like surface level understanding, and those surface level things are revealing deeper aspects of your character, of who you are as like a person, as who you are as a spiritual being having a human experience. This is somebody that is definitely looking far beyond just the material package of who you are. This is somebody who is being activated at this point in time at the soul level. They are not just catching feelings in terms of like romance or lust for you, but this is somebody that is also feeling very compelled towards you in an auric field kind of way, like their aura is activated as far as you are concerned. Like when they are near you, they don't just lean in, it's like their full presence comes to attention. This is somebody that when they are thinking about you, when they're daydreaming about you, when they're even fantasizing about you, it feels so real that on like the quantum sphere, on the energetic level, everything is really responding to you. And this is helping this person to understand that although it takes work to build a relationship, there's so much potential here between the two of you that is far outside of the ordinary. So it feels like this is someone at this particular point in time that is trying to like respect and acknowledge where you're at in this connection with one another. They don't want to miss any little step along the way, and at this point in time their attentions are most strongly being drawn to like these subtle things, ways in which to kind of give these little appreciations for you or for this connection that overall can help you to see this person as like a deep thinker, as someone who is perceiving potential beyond just kind of like physical intimacy, or beyond kind of like laying claim to one another, something like that. This is somebody that sees this connection with you, or the potential right now and what can be developed from that, as something that can lead to like deep soul satisfaction, which may have never been a consideration for this person prior to meeting you. It almost feels like you might have activated like a little spiritual awakening within this person. But rather than it being the kind of thing where they're colliding with a lot of triggers and, feeling very threatened by the whole experience and their ego kind of blockading everything, this is somebody that is very curious. They're very much like, okay, I feel something, I'm attracted to this person, but there's something else to this, and they're leaning in closer to that. It's something that even if there are steps that you need to take in order to create more of like a literal understanding between the two of you as far as what this connection is and where it's headed in like a very typical or traditional sort of way, this is somebody that also wants to really at this point in time focus on kind of more that subtle level of appreciation, a soulful connection. Like they connect to you on a soul to soul level. That is something that is very consciously known to this person, even if they don't normally think in those terms. Like if this is someone that is not particularly religious or spiritual, they're definitely kind of like their eyes are open to more of those kind of like higher octave energies between the two of you. And it's something that it feels like is just part of what they're trying to incorporate into action steps towards you, so that they kind of make the most of this potential between the two of you, because you satisfy this person deeply on many, many levels. And so they don't want to leave like any of those levels out as far as what this next kind of, showing of love or affection or attraction or desire, what that involves. We also have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is somebody that understands that good things take time to build. They are very happy with the progress that you've made with one another so far, the foundation that you have built with one another. And this is somebody that feels like the momentum or the pace that has unfolded in this connection so far, where you're both taking time to kind of like tend your own garden, sort of, not losing yourselves in the midst of creating something together. That is something that is deeply satisfying for this person. They see you as somebody who is a grounding force, an anchoring force. You are a force for good in their life. You do not serve as a distraction. You are not somebody who, they feel like they need to choose between love and money. You are somebody that factors in very well with their priorities in life, their goals in life, their situation, like what they have going on at this particular point in time. And then there's you. And so this is somebody that is almost like making room within their life in order to, sort of change plans for the future, not in terms of like moving away from any horizons they have been aiming toward, but almost kind of like coming into this understanding, what will it be to build with another person? Where instead of just I'm headed towards something, now it's this idea of we are headed in that direction. So this is somebody that really values you as a person. They value your presence. They value your input. They actually like the fact that now there's sort of this motivation to come up with these unique and creative ways to celebrate you, to celebrate this connection, to help to acknowledge you, no matter where you're at in the connection with one another at this point in time. This is somebody who gets very, excited. It almost kind of like turns them on in an intellectual sort of way, or in a creative or artistic sort of way, to again sort of acknowledge where you're at, like actually literally in your connection with one another at this time, but to start to kind of pour their energies or efforts into more of these subtle ways, little things to make you smile or to make you feel very seen and very appreciated, because you are bringing forth an energy and an experience to them where the idea of love and romance, it doesn't feel like something scary. It doesn't feel like something where they need to be cautious or, they need to be really discerning or really mindful. Yes, it'll take time to, continue to get to know one another, and certain experiences that you will have to have that will just naturally reveal facets of your character and compatibility and kind of everything that goes into like building a tangible relationship with another human being. This is somebody that recognizes like, yeah, those things need to take place before we can be absolutely certain that like this is the connection for us, for both of us, individually and, operating as one. But this is also somebody who recognizes that there are qualities about you or the experience that you are creating with them or have created with them or have even provided for them up to this point in time, that are unique, that are worthwhile, that are things that they didn't even know that they were looking for, and yet it fulfills some sort of deep desire within. You fit so precisely within these sort of aspects of this person that they had overlooked within themselves. And that is not lost upon them. This is something that they recognize, that they acknowledge that. This is somebody that is moving forward, not from the energy of fear or hesitation, but this is somebody that is trying to almost like open their arms wider, create more space within their life in order to totally embrace you, this connection, this experience, and the potential that exists that they feel has like a lot of staying power. There's a lot of possibility for something really beautiful to take place between the two of you in the material world. So this is somebody that is very optimistic as far as where you are at right now in your connection and what the future can look like, and they are getting ready to show that to you in a way that may be just kind of like a little something, but it's going to be meaningful enough that it feels like it's going to put certain fears to rest inside of you, as far as like what this person's intentions are, or if you've kind of felt like you're really into this but you aren't really sure if they are. This is somebody that is about to provide you that little nudge, that little confirmation that lets you know, like, yeah, you're on the same page in terms of like looking towards the future, and seeing the two of you together within it. So, those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.